Good morning. It is our day off. I'm very excited because I'm going to a national park. I've already been to this national park. I'm going to go see Mesa Verde today. However, I haven't seen it this time of year, and the last time I went, I wasn't really able to hike. I went with my family, and my grandfather at that point was just too accident prone, I suppose, to be able to go on some of the trails that aren't paved. So I'm just gonna do some solo hiking today. Okay, so we are on the way to get gas. I haven't gotten gas since we drove in, which we know how that went, so I wasn't gonna stop and get gas. And I'm really only at like 3/4 of a tank, so I can get home on 2.5, which is awesome. However, since I'm going into National Park, I'm gonna be driving. I don't wanna get stuck because I don't think there is gas anywhere close. So I'm gonna stop at the Maverick. I love Mavericks. We don't have them in Kansas. I've only ever been to them in Colorado. And then I was driving the other day and saw they had a Maverick, so I don't know what it is about gas stations. I guess that's a weird thing about me, but I love a gas station. And I also just went to a coffee shop called Oso Grande that my roommates Kaya and Annalise on the Spamalot contract used to stop at on our way out of town on day offs. So I felt like it was tradition. I was like, oh, I'm missing something. So I got a matcha with oat and a little bit of honey. I've already had a coffee today, but still want some of that like long, slow releasing energy through the day. So doing that. It's about an hour 15 drive to the entrance of Mesa Verde, and then it's about an hour up from there to get to where the cliff dwellings are and a lot of the trailheads. But it's a really pretty drive, if I remember correctly, and I have time. So today is a day off minus an hour and a half for me. I'm teaching a swing class basically for their academy, and I only had one person sign up, but they said he's a taller teen, so I should be able to make it work and just treat it like private lessons, which is fine. I can kind of adapt it more to what he'd be interested in too. So today we're going to talk just about lead and follow relationship, how to signal and invite the follow to do things instead of pushing and shoving, which I think is the recipe for good partnering, and then probably get into like some single time swing basics just to see where he's at, and then I can kind of plan from there based on what he wants to learn and what I see most in musical theater and what I think he'd be able to pick up on and feel successful at. So that's kind of the plan today. Gonna go just hike. I was bad last night. I've been going to bed at like 8 o'clock, and last night I stayed up until 2 in the morning, and I wasn't even scrolling. I ended up on my computer researching a bunch of national parks that are close, kind of planning how I could go do them on days off. It's like, this is something I really love. I would much rather do this in the day and come back and relax and go to the winery or something like that in the night. So that's what we're doing. I'm doing a nearby one today since it's not a full day off. I do need to be back and ready to teach by 7. It is 10:59 on my clock, but I don't think that's right. So I'll have to peek here in a second. But basically a 2-hour-ish drive to get in, hike until I give myself till about 4. That would be a 2-hour drive out, 5, 6, and then shower, because I'm sure I'll be sweaty from hiking, and then go teach. sure I've shown you footage by now. The previous scene, covered in ice. I absolutely ate it. It seems like it's been melting in the sun in the morning or in the night and then freezing. But there's really no way around it, so just kind of trudging through this ice. But I absolutely ate it. My finger got cut open on a rock. But I mean, it doesn't really hurt. It was just more like, damn, I just fell. This hike is pretty strenuous. This is the petroglyph hike. It's a, I think, 3-mile loop. It's said to take about 2 hours, so I'm assuming an hour there, an hour back. Hopefully I don't fall on the way back. Now I know to scooch. I might just scooch because it's slick. It's ice the whole way, but that's the only part I've encountered ice so far. A little bit of mud from the snow melt, but yeah, I was able to unbutton my coat. It's getting a little more toasty, and we'll just keep going. Lots of stairs. So far it's been a lot of stairs down, so the way up, I imagine, is going to be more of a challenge. But yeah, it's pretty freaking cool. It's just insane, like putting yourselves in the shoes of people who used to live here. And in the museum I watched a video on how sacred and important this land still is to the ancestors of the people who used to live here. So it's just a crazy thing to be able to experience and think about, especially alone. There's a lot of time to reflect and like feel the energy, I guess, of the place. It's definitely a new experience. I'm really excited I came and have time to hike. Oh, you can hear the water melting. Coming down, this will be a waterfall. The end of this trail. I lost it. Like I went up and then followed this dirt trail, and I didn't think I was on the right trail, but then I turned. Literal cliff dwellings. No one's here. It's just crazy. Like you can see one down there, stairs, like I feel like I'm so close to them. I'm right on the edge of this cliff, which is a little terrifying, but I mean, look at that. Like, people lived right there. That is insane. Okay, guys, I found my way. I'm on a real trail with numbers. This is good. And they're going up, which is good. And the yellow tape is here, which is good. I saw none of that where I just was. It was a trail. Like, there were footprints, and it led me to that cliff with the cliff dwelling. But, so I think what happened is the petroglyph is like basically the end of the trail. And you go up these stairs and you're supposed to turn left. And I didn't realize it looped around. I luckily brought my map, but I thought you reached the top, there would be something that said it was the top, and then reversed it. But that is not the case. You're supposed to go up those stairs, and I don't know, I did not see where they turned. Like, that was really, really disorienting for me. So I just kept going straight because it looked like it was a trail. which brought me to that, and I could hear cars, and it brought me closer to a road. I wish I could figure out where I was. Like, if I had all day to be out here and didn't have to be back to teach that class, I wouldn't have been as stressed. Because, like, I trust myself to find my way. I, if anything, could have reversed the way I came. I'm happy I don't have to, though. This trail does not have all those stairs and craziness. Okay, here's the number. We're going the right way. But I was starting to get stressed because I want to try to be back in the car by like 3. And if I had to backtrack, that was not going to be possible. That, and I was also like, okay, do I gamble and cut through the forest where I hear those cars and try to figure out where I am just on the park map where I am and just walk the road back? But especially as a female single traveler right now in this national park, no service, like, it just is a little frightening when I come across other people. So, super weird experience today, but really cool. Like, what a magical thing to find on accident. The cliff dwellings were right there, and I was the only one, like, just, it was silent, and I was sitting on the rock, just like looking out at this canyon with the cliff dwellings on my left and the breeze coming through the canyon of the winter air after hiking these stairs and these hills. Like, wow. So if you want a crazy experience, don't turn left. Yeah, can't recommend enough. Not just focusing on the 2 main houses of Mesa Verde, but going and hiking one of the trails. Petroglyph Trail is badass. I love this shit. I'm so glad I did this. I was feeling nervous because, like, I'm on this contract. I want to be making friends. I want to be around people. But I also really wanted to do this. Just really helps put everything back into perspective and just reflect and be alone. So I'm really, really glad I took the time to reflect and take that time to myself to be alone, even without Theo. Like, I'm so used to having something, right? Like, to have Theodore, to have the cats. And now it's just me retracing our steps. There she is. We found Roxanne. So now that we found the car, with how I'm feeling hunger-wise, I think I'm just gonna head back. Unless I see something really call my name to pull over. But oh my gosh, look how close I was. I came out from there and walked across. My car was right there. I just made a giant circle. Oh, damn. I was right there. We made it. We're gonna already start with taking off layers. I got so warm. It did warm up. I started at 41 degrees and my car says 61, so rose 20 degrees while we were out, which was only for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So definitely layer if you decide to do this hike. And I mean, now was a beautiful hike. I was really worried I wasn't gonna like it because of how cold it still is in New Mexico and the snow. There were some icy patches. I did absolutely cut my finger open, but I will say, imagining doing that hike in blistering summer heat on that cliff facing with no shade, just like, if you've done that hike in the summer, I applaud you. I think I would pass away. Like, I was getting hot in 60 degrees. Mind you, I was wearing 2 layers, but like fall, spring might be the move with how exposed that is. And then, like, if there was any wind, I just could imagine that being a real disaster. Oh, little squirrel, get out of the road. There's a little ground squirrel in the road. So, wow, there's so many squirrels on this road. I love them. These squirrels are so cute. They look kind of like long chinchillas, which I guess is just the description of a squirrel, but they're like gray and fluffy. I feel like I have to go really slow on this road because I don't know what is a small animal and what is dirt. Wow, what a fun day. Solo travel, you guys. This is great.